How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Just tell you guys, my wife got out really early. She was actually on the other side, close to like mid-city, and came out outside and saw the fire. And she was with some people, and they were headed to the airport. And she's just like, I got to go. And she went home, grabbed our nanny. This was all going on pregame, Tuesday, and I was scrambling to find a hotel that had room for them. And so she got out of there, got the kids from school. They're safe. That's all that mattered. Didn't spend any time on Twitter for a long time. Tuesday and Tuesday night, just to get updates. I was on there a lot and kind of following along with everything that was happening. We got home because of some maintenance issues around 2:30 and went to the hotel, woke up at 7, and still had my coach's uniform on and headed up to the Palisades. I just kind of had to see it for myself, and I was not prepared. I was not prepared for what I saw. It is it's complete devastation and destruction. I had to go kind of a different way to the house, but I went through most of the village and it's all gone. And I don't think you can ever prepare yourself for something like that. Our home is gone, and look, we were renting for the year to try to figure out where we wanted to be long term, and everything we owned that was of any importance to us, almost 20 years together as a couple and 10 years of parenting, was in that house. And there's certain things that you can't replace, that will never be replaced. And it's like weird. It's really weird shit. My son did an art project last year at St. Anne's in Brooklyn, and it was like a charcoal pencil painting of a lighthouse that we had framed above the stairs. And like, you can't ever replace stuff like that. Memories. We have 18 years together now, Chelsea and I, and certain things that were in that house that you can't replace. The material stuff is whatever. I think my family and I were processing the self side, the individual side of losing your home, and you don't ever want to wish that on anybody. It's an awful feeling to lose your home. I think what has happened over the last 72 hours, from me being up there and from having a number of people that had homes in the Palisades that are also staying at the hotel, you really get a sense of just the communal destruction. And I got back to the hotel, and of course my wife and I are emotional. I'm not sure I've wept or wailed like that in several years. And she said to me, I was very hesitant to move out here. I was very hesitant to, for you to go into coaching. I've never loved living somewhere more than I've loved Brooklyn, and I've never loved the community more than I love the community I've had in Brooklyn. And then, it's like we move out here, and the Palisades community has really just been so good to us. And I think that's the part for us that we're really struggling with, is just the loss of community. And I've recognized that people make up community, and we're going to rebuild, and we want to help lead on that. But all the churches, the schools, the library, like, it's all gone. And I think the thing that hit home for us the most was Tuesday night. The rec center caught on fire, and the day we visited the house and decided we wanted to live in the house, we were like, let's go explore the village. And we stumbled upon the rec center, and there was some summer rec league basketball games going on. One kid, Milo, was playing. I was like, oh, he's pretty good. He ended up being one of our neighbors. They lost their home. the rec center was like this place we were at every day. I mean, flag football, basketball, the playground, baseball, tennis courts, like it just, and everyone we knew was there every day, and you just it just hurts to lose that. I've been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support and love that I've felt, that my family has felt, from friends, family, people around the NBA, people in Los Angeles. I think people in the Palisades community, in our kids' school community, who also have lost homes. Like, we've obviously all leaned on each other. You know, I can say this, like, for our family, we're as committed as ever to Los Angeles. We recognize, like, it's not just our community that has been impacted by this. There's people in Malibu, there's people in Brentwood, there's people up in the valley, there's people in Pasadena. It's all over LA, and there's anything we can do to help and lead, we will. And we're still going to try to, we're still figuring that out. It's still pretty fresh, but we're committed to helping other people as much as we can, and we're going to do that. And we recognize that it's going to be a long process. And I'll share this as well. Like, part of our community is here in the building, and Dan Grigsby, first moved to the Palisades 4 decades ago, and he lived right by the rec center. We were just at his house for a holiday party 3 weeks ago, and that's gone. His 3 daughters live in the Palisades. That's gone. The general counsel that works with him, Josh Green, grew up in the Palisades. His house is gone. His parents' house is gone. Of course, Steve's house is gone. This has impacted so many people. I don't want people to feel sorry for me and my family. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. There's people that, because of some political issues and some insurance issues, are not going to be all right. And we're going to do everything we can to help anybody who's down and out because of this.
Austin mentioned the sanctuary aspect that a basketball gym provides for so many guys, and I imagine that's something you'll be able to tap into a little bit. There's also like a community aspect of sports, the power to it. Have you pondered what maybe the Lakers could do for the community, giving them
Sure.
just a little bit of respite from everything that's going on?
Yeah. We certainly want to do everything we can within the safety parameters of what's going on in the city. We obviously want to give people hope, and we want to give people, I don't want to say a distraction, but maybe an escape. And we talked about it as a group before practice. Like, it is our responsibility, everybody in this building, to lead on this and to help people. You never know what that's going to look like specifically. You really don't, Dave. I think between myself, RP, I know the Bus family, Jeannie specifically, like, we're prepared to do whatever it takes to help Los Angeles.
What did being in the building today for practice, what did that do for you? What did that mean for you? Especially coming off the last 7 hours, 8 hours?
Yeah. I think I have a pretty strong ability to compartmentalize things. Tried to get out of that with therapy, but the therapist didn't do his job, so still compartmentalizing. Being here for me was great because it gave me something to look forward to, honestly. Being around the guys and coaching, and I told them this. We're prepared for whatever tomorrow. We obviously are going to work with the NBA, the Spurs, the city, and do what's right. I want to play tomorrow. I want to coach tomorrow. I want these guys to play tomorrow. And if we can play, we'll play. And I do believe that for everybody that has been impacted by this, There is a grieving process. There is a healing process. I can only speak for myself. Part of my healing and grieving process is being here with these guys and coaching basketball.
JJ, you kind of think about sports as a metaphor for life. Are there things that you learned through your career that you try to impart on your sons, and like in times like this, and you and your wife kind of share with them to find that meaning and how you can affect things?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of conversations over the last 2 days. I think the kids are they're upset about a lot of things that they lost. Baby Fuddle Wuddle being one of them. Stuffy. They're devastated about the rec center. I don't think I've told you guys this. I signed up to coach their winter league team, and based on the schedule, I was going to be able to help out in about half the practices and half the games. Our first practice was Wednesday afternoon, so they woke up Tuesday morning thinking they were a day away from practicing with their friends and having me coach their practice. The thing that I've always talked with them about is valuing people over things, and that's how I live my life, and that's how Chelsea lives her life, and that's how our kids are being raised. And I think this is a great opportunity for them to learn that and to just embrace it and love on people, which they're doing today.
JJ, so sorry for your loss. How have you seen the organization support you and the rest of the staff?
I mean, the Lakers have been incredible. Could go down the list, but whether it's been RP or the Bus family, our associates, my coaching staff, the players, everybody has been incredible, and there's been tangible things they've done to try to help us over the last few days, and I'm greatly appreciative of everyone that has helped.
Just small, like obviously this is.
Ask your basketball question, Dave. It's all good.
Was everyone able to participate today? Specifically, Jared Vanderbilt. We saw that he was assigned to South Bay. Where does he stand in his wrap-up?
Yeah. Jared was able to get 2 of the last 3 days some live action with our South Bay team, which is, I think, really good for him. We want to give him more exposure to live play against professionals before we set a sort of target date. But it is imminent that he'll be back with us in the next, hopefully, few weeks. But again, I think no setbacks, lots of progress. The conditioning and just anybody who's played a sport and has been injured for an extended period of time, there's the confidence you have to build in your body, and he's getting there. And each time we've exposed him to live play, it's been better and better. So he's close.
Can you guys use G League games in that, or is it more just practice time?
We haven't discussed that, to be honest with you. It was more about just getting live practices in with the G League team, given our schedule every other day this month. Probably not an opportunity for live play, although because of us not playing yesterday, we did do some live play today.
I know you said you want to get a few more runs for him before hitting target date, but is it realistic for him to return during this long month that you guys have through the end of the month?
I don't want to commit to anything. That's the hope, but I don't want to commit to anything. I think we've taken the approach going back to the start of the preseason and certainly in the off season that playing the long game here, and just want him fully healthy and confident before we put him out on the court.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.